Did anyone get yesterday's answer?
I didn't get it.
Okay.
Hello.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, ma. Let's see. Vector scalar triple product over, right? When you know about scalar triple product, vector triple product also, which condition is possible, which condition is not possible, you can find. Suppose when we are writing,
Sir, in scalar triple product, you gave a question, right? A plus B, B plus C, and C plus A. Could you do that?
Oh, yeah, I have to do again, huh?
What is
Into.
the
Sir,
answer?
no, sir, you didn't do that.
Sir,
You gave it as a
couldn't find
question
the
to
answer.
us.
What question?
You give the answer.
Only that question. Sir, I couldn't find the answer.
Is it?
Sir, I got stuck in the middle.
So
Yes,
I
sir.
got it as 2 A vector, B
Correct.
vector, C vector.
Correct.
I
Two?
think I made a
A
mistake.
vector, B vector, C vector.
Yes. That's correct. 2 times it will come. Correct only. See once, vector triple product. Vector triple product, A bar cross B bar cross C bar. So when we are doing, is it this condition is valid or not? We can find this condition is valid, right? Because two vectors, if you do cross product, one more vector will come. Okay. That vector, perpendicular, if these three are in the same plane, imagine A vector, B vector, C vector are in the same plane, XY plane. Now it is valid. It is vector triple product. Why? Because if you do cross product between the B and C, you will get a vector, and vector cross vector, again you will get vector. So it is a valid thing. Okay. Suppose if I write equal to A bar cross B bar cross C bar, is it valid condition?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
This condition is valid because A bar cross B bar gives vector. So vector cross vector is possible, but it is not equal, right? Why
Yes.
it is not
Yes.
equal? Directions will be different, right?
Yeah.
So if we give negative minus, it will be correct. Let's see how much it is, how far it is correct, we can see. Now see, three vectors are in the same plane. Here do B bar cross C bar. So B bar cross C bar, when you are doing, what will happen?
It would be negative. It would be inward.
Inward, right? So that vector, that resultant, B bar cross C bar, resultant I will take as a something, it is R bar cross A bar, right? Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
So if
Yes, sir.
if I do A bar cross R bar, I will get a new vector that is P bar, something. Feel like B bar cross C bar, when you are doing, you will get a new vector that is, I have given R bar. I took like that. Now what I'm doing after that, A bar cross R bar, when I'm doing, I'm getting what? P bar, one of the vector, one more vector, right? Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
See, no confusion in that. Just I'm saying, I didn't give any things there, like one I cap plus 2j cap, like that I didn't give you. So I am telling that when I'm doing cross product between the two vectors, definitely I will get one more vector. That's what I given like that. Now, if I do again cross product between these two, I will get a one more vector. This vector direction is what? What is the direction of this vector? Where it will exist? Let's see. First we will see. First we will feel like B bar cross C bar, when you are doing, B bar cross C bar, when you are doing, it is inward. So this vector is perpendicular to A, right? Am I clear?
Yes.
Now if I do A bar, it is A bar cross what? R bar. So this product, A bar cross R bar, what will happen? Hello?
Sir?
So another vector perpendicular.
Yes, sir.
So it is perpendicular to what?
So perpendicular to A
X, sir.
in the same plane.
In the same plane. So it
Yes,
is,
sir.
you are telling that it is parallel to B bar and C bar. B bar cross C bar. If it is perpendicular to A,
Yes, sir. It's perpendicular to A itself.
x-axis minus x-axis, y-axis minus y-axis, z-axis will be, one is outward, one is inward. Am I clear? Z-axis,
Yes.
one is outward, one is inward. So 4 directions we covered. Now A bar, B bar, C bar, take. It is A bar, B bar, C bar. So when I'm doing B bar cross C bar, when I'm doing, it is outward. B bar cross C bar. So this vector is perpendicular to A bar, right? Right?
Yes.
Yes.
Now, again, if I do cross product between these two vectors, I will get new vector, right?
Yes, sir.
So what is that direction? That direction.
Sir, it is perpendicular to A in the same plane, sir.
It is in the same plane, right? So it
Yes,
is,
sir.
that is perpendicular and it's in the same plane. Okay, so cross product, when it is valid, when it is not valid, you can find easily. It does not obey the commutative law. So negative once if you give, then it obeys the commutative law. Okay, na? Hello.
Yes, sir.
So
Yes, sir.
remember only that. So when you are doing P bar, I have taken P bar means A bar cross B bar cross C bar. Okay. So what will happen? This is equal to M B bar cross N C bar. It is equal to, here M and N both are the unit vectors. So this resultant, you will get, it is the P vector. That P vector is M B bar cross N C bar. It will be like M and N are the, both are scalars, okay?
Yes, sir.
Magnitudes. So B bar cross C bar. So this resultant, it is in this direction, B bar cross C bar direction. So same plane, right? Hello.
So m and n are the magnitude of A vector.
Yeah, magnitude of A vector. It is magnitude. So multiple with the B bar, magnitude multiple with the C bar. We have taken like that. Some magnitude will be there, no? Prashant, tell me, ma.
Sir, can I explain this again?
See, when we are doing A bar cross B bar cross C bar, we will get a P vector. Its result M times B bar, N times C bar. That we will get. That M and N are both are scalars. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Suppose,
Understood, sir.
suppose if I do A bar dot A bar cross B bar cross C bar, if I do one more A bar dot product I'm doing now. Okay. A bar dot A bar cross B bar, everything. So here also A bar dot M B bar cross N C bar, if I write. Are you getting? A bar, just I'm doing dot product, A bar dot, one more vector along the same direction of A. So A bar dot A bar cross B bar, same thing I have given here. And here also one A bar, I multiple. What will happen now? It will become what? When the two vectors are in the same direction, resultant will become? When the two vectors are in the same line, resultant?
Positive.
So cos 0 is 1, so it will be the
resultant will be positive, right?
In that direction itself.
Sir.
Tell me, ma. Nagabhushan, tell me. Somebody said 0.
Sir, the value may differ, right? Because the vector may be perpendicular to A itself if it's in the same plane.
Right? Now it is okay. If I do this, I will get R bar, right?
Yes, sir.
So now tell me what is the resultant of this? Both will become parallel, right? Or sorry, it is perpendicular to this one. This
we are still considering the same plane.
Yes, same plane. These are the same plane.
I thought 3D.
Oh, no. These are in the same plane. Now these are in the same plane. This result will be perpendicular to this one.
Sir, it will become 0, sir, then.
If it is 0, then remaining term A bar. Then how to represent this one? M, A bar, M.
Sir.
Tell me, ma, Risha.
Sir, I actually got disconnected. So I could not, write whatever you said from the starting. Could you just briefly explain what you taught after vector triple product?
Okay, ma, yeah.
Like in the starting, before you had taught this also.
Yes. Okay, let's see. So first, is it valid condition or not? How to find? So when you are doing cross product between the two vectors, definitely you will get a vector. So that vector I have taken R bar cross A bar. So again two vectors, you will get the vector only, no doubt in that. So it is valid condition. So if I give here dot or something, then it will become scalar triple product, that we know. After what I'm saying, when you are doing A bar cross B bar cross C bar, so this condition, what you will get answer, M times B bar, N times C bar you will get. This is the result you will get. Here what I'm doing with one more vector, I'm doing dot product. In front of this, just I given A bar dot, remaining terms I written here. In front of this, I have given one more vector, that is A bar. So now what happened? These are in the same plane. When these are in the same plane.
Sir, what is M and N over here?
These are scalars, some magnitudes.
Okay, fine.
This many times B vector, this many times C vector will present. That is only resultant.
Sir, so A bar dot A bar will be 0, so the whole thing will be 0.
Is 0. So whole thing is 0. That means we can write it is M A bar dot B bar, right? Just I am writing this A, I am writing inside. When I am writing inside, M A bar dot B bar plus N A bar dot C bar. Can I write like that?
Yes, sir.
It is equal to
0.
Okay, now just we can multiple like that to show that I written. Okay. Okay, na? So remember like that. We can use, we can write like this. When you are doing cross product between the two vectors, we can write one more vector. That vector we can write. So vector cross vector again. So but when the two vectors are in the same plane, then cross product what will happen? Like this total thing will become zero. So to know that I have written. Okay.
Sir,
Tell me, Ashmi.
can you hear me now?
Yes.
Oh, sir, I had the doubt in this, sir. Sir, here you have written M and C, and you said that they are scalars. So, what do you mean by scalar, sir?
So, suppose when I'm doing cross product between the two vectors, suppose I written A bar is equal to 1 I cap. Okay, done.
Yes, sir.
B bar I will take like like 1 I cap plus 2 J cap plus 3 K cap. Okay, done. C vector I will take like 2 I cap plus 3 J cap plus 4 K cap. Okay. When I'm doing cross product, definitely these magnitudes are depending on this one also, right? If
Which
I write
magnitudes,
here,
B and C?
yes, B and T. When you are resultant, this resultant you will get vector only, right?
Yeah.
So that resultant
Yes,
definitely it will depending on this magnitude also, right? It is this many times B vector and this many times C vector, right?
Yeah. Okay, yes, sir.
So like that we can write.
So then, why have you multiplied an A vector again? So my network connection, your voice is breaking a lot. So
Just what I'm doing, one more vector I have given, A vector, one more A vector I given. So when I given one more A vector, these two are in the same plane. When the two vectors are in the same plane, its dot product is 0, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
It will become 0 to show that I given. When the two vectors are in the same plane, it will become 0 to show that I written. Clear? Hello?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So remember that up to that, when we are getting any sums or thing, then I will tell you. Okay. Now see mechanics. So
The new chapter.
yes, new chapter. Second, it is mechanics. Now whatever you are going to learn, see, I will teach you these mechanics. First, some basic topics are there. After completion of that, relative velocity, one of the concept is there. When I'm going to teach that relative velocity, that time I will teach the trigonometric functions, because the relative velocity will depending on the trigonometric functions. That time again we will resolve into two components, tan theta, sin theta, so many things will come. So that time I will explain the mathematical tools. Now whatever I am going to explain, for that introduction no need. Why? Because units and dimensions we know that. So these all topics are depending on units and dimensions. When I'm going to teach relative velocity, one of the concept for competitive examination, not for PUC, not for CBSE, competitive examination, that time I will explain the mathematical tools. Okay.
The
Let's see.
relative velocity is not there for CBSE?
No. Relative, just concept is there, but there is no problems. Rain umbrella problems, this type of problems are not there.
Sir, but we did problems in school with using relative velocity.
Relative velocity you did, but there are two types of things are there. I will teach you. Let's just see that. And did you do that rain umbrella problems?
No, sir. And
No, sir.
Riverboat problems?
No.
Sir, we did it with the previous teacher who taught us here.
No, in school we did not do.
Okay, school you didn't do, right?
No.
The previous physics teacher taught us.
Yes.
But in school we didn't do.
We will do that. Okay, so I can move a little fast.
That is
most of the things you know in this lesson. Okay.
Sir, so the riverboat problems and stuff are there for competitive only or for boards?
No, only in competitive.
Okay.
So for board level, riverboat is not there.
No, not there. Riverboat, rain umbrella problems. Okay, this type of problems not there for. Tell me, Nagbhashnu.
Sir, just started, sir. They said to write down the syllabus in notebook. When I saw the deleted portion, sir, it was quite surprising, sir. Chapter name, motion in a straight line. Deleted parts, motion in a straight line. Chapter name, laws of motion. Related part, Newton's first law, Newton's second law, Newton's. So, sir, what are we learning, sir?
No. See, Nagbhushanam, mostly, again, everything you should read. Everything. Why? Because mostly they can do one thing.
Even our sir told he will teach most of the things.
Yeah, everything. It is better to go one by one. And each and every topic is depending on the previous topic.
Yes,
if you
sir.
remove like that, you can't, no, you won't get any idea about previous topics. So it is better to learn everything. Let me, Ananya.
Yes, sir.
Akshaya. Akshaya.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Aryan.
Yes, sir.
Risha.
Yes,
yeah.
sir.
Vaishnavi.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Mechanics. Do you have idea what is mechanics?
Sir, it is divided into
What is mechanics first?
kinematics and dynamics.
Motion of
Mechanics. It is a branch of physics.
movement of
Sir, kinematics and dynamics.
Okay.
Does it have something to do with motion?
Yeah. It is something related to motion. Then what about rest? I will ask. Okay, let's see.
Sir, can I?
Prashant, tell me.
Sir, mechanics is nothing but it describes the position of an object, whether it's in rest or motion.
Yes, both, right? Why it is depending on rest and motion. When I'm giving definition, I don't say about rest, but I will give the definition. But it is even include about means it discuss about even rest also. But why we have to do that, I will tell you. Let's see. Mechanics. First, mechanics, it is a branch of physics. It is the one of the branch in physics. Here we will discuss about the moving bodies. Okay, here we will discuss about the moving bodies. Then mechanics divide into how many parts?
So
understand, did you write what is mechanics? Mechanics. It is a branch of physics. Here we will discuss about the moving bodies. That is called mechanics. Mechanics, they have divided into three parts. One is kinematics. Second one is dynamics. Third one is statics. See, according to Greek, kinema is nothing but motion. According to Greek, kinema is nothing but motion. According to Greek, dyna is nothing but power. According to Greek, static is nothing but rest. So now see, in mechanics, we will discuss about the moving bodies. That is correct. Okay. What we will discuss in the kinematics, what we will discuss in the dynamics, and again, rest also we have written. Why we have included that? Let's see. We will discuss one by one. Do you know what is kinematics? Just now I told. According to Greek, kinema is nothing but motion. So, kinematics it is the branch of mechanics. It is one of the branch in mechanics. Here, we will discuss about the moving bodies without considering cause of the motion. So, why when a body is moving, it is moving 20 km/h, 30 km/h. It is moving towards east, towards west. Like that, everything we will discuss. But how it is moving? What is the reason? What is the cause? That cause we don't discuss in the kinematics. Is it clear, everyone?
Yes, sir.
What is kinematics?
It's a branch of mechanics which deals with only motion.
It deals with motion.
Cause?
Without knowing its cause.
You should write even that word, okay? Without knowing, without considering the cause. Tell me what is dynamics. According to Greek, dyna is nothing but power. So here we will discuss about
the cause of the
bodies with cause.
Yeah, with the cause. Why that body is moving, why that body is coming to rest. Everything we will discuss. Statics. When any body is at rest, yeah, one body is at rest. We should not, I told you, we should not say body is at rest, so there is nothing is acting on it. there is a force, there are forces on that rest body. If you apply different forces, what will happen? That type of things we will discuss in statics. When a body is at rest, if you apply different types of force, how it will respond, that body, how it will respond, that type of things we will discuss in the statics. Okay, clear?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, now see,
Yes, sir.
in the kinematics we are going to discuss. Now it is kinematics. Okay, kinematics 1D, kinematics 2D. There are two parts are there, 1D and 2D. Okay, first I'm going to discuss about 1D, motion in 1D. That's what we will call motion in 1D. Motion in 1D. So before
Sir,
I'm
should
going
we
to,
write this?
yeah, now your lesson started. Motion in 1D or 1D motion, something whatever you want you can write. Mechanics we know, how mechanics divide into 3 parts we know, and each and every part what we will discuss also we written. And most of the lessons, okay, without any force when you are reading the lesson, that is nothing but that undergoes like kinematics. If you considering any force when you are when you are reading about any type of force, definitely that is belongs to dynamics, remember. So anything force related lessons when you are going to read, that lessons undergoes dynamics. Without force when you are reading, that is under kinematics, remember. So when your body is in motion, we can't say that it is in motion. When your body is coming to rest, we can't say that it is coming simply to rest. Some force is acting on it. Otherwise, when your body is at rest, it is always at rest. When your body is in motion, always in motion. When it is coming to rest, or when your rest body is motion, definitely there is something external thing is there. About that we will discuss in the dynamics. Let's see 1D motion. In one-dimensional motion, first I will say what is rest. Tell me what is rest is the first definition in this lesson. Do you know what is rest?
So when an object is not moving like from a reference point, if the object isn't in motion.
What is motion?
When
So-
there is a change of displacement.
When there is
Change in
change in
position of a
position, we say
body.
it's in motion.
So think, right? Don't write displacement, don't write motion and all, write position. Rest is nothing but a body
No
does
change in
not
position.
change its position with respect to its surroundings. Why I am considering its surroundings, I will tell you. Okay, there are two types of frames are there, inertial frame, non-inertial frames also. I will tell each and everything. So when you are discussing about rest, a body, it does not change its position with respect to its surroundings. That is called rest. Motion means a body, it changes its position with respect to its surroundings. That is called motion. Third one, that is note. Rest and motion both are relative. Rest and motion both are relative. That means without rest we can't discuss about motion. Without motion we can't discuss about rest. If you want absolute rest or absolute motion, that is exist, that is beyond your imagination. We can't even imagine pure rest or absolute motion. We can't imagine. That is our beyond our imagination. Beyond
Yes,
our
sir.
imagination means one thing. Okay, so did you understand clearly what is rest, what is motion? And rest and motion are both are relative terms. Relative means one is
Sir?
depending on one more.
Sir,
And tell me now.
if we think, consider empty space,
Mm,
consider your friend is moving in some velocity.
yes,
So until you're in rest, you can't determine his velocity.
yes.
Until he is in rest, he can. He thinks that he is in rest. He can say you're in motion. So therefore, rest and motion.
See here in this 1D motion, so many we have to imagine from now onwards whatever the concept it is going. Even if you want to solve the problem, you should imagine so much. One problem if you want to solve, I will give you sums. When I am teaching, when I complete this topic, I will give you sums. See that it is so difficult to imagine that type of sums are there in this. Even it sums looks very small, but when you are doing, you will get the so much concept here. So concentrate on this. Each and every point, if you don't understand, ask me immediately. Otherwise, once if you leave that concept, that's all. You can't. Again, we can't come back. Okay, so it is rest and motion, and the rest and motion are relative terms, and some of important terms are there in this lesson in the motion in 1D. That is one more sum is one more important thing is that is distance. We know that distance. Next one is displacement. We should discuss about this. So distance means the length of the path traveled by a body. Suppose one of the particle, that particle is A, it is here, after some time gap it reached here, after some time gap, after some time, it is going like this. So finally it is reached to point 1 to point 2. So when you are length of the path means this total length, it is the total length. So the length of the path traveled by a body. Here, there is no any particular direction to the particle A. It is going. There is no particular direction. First time it is going in this direction. Next it is going in this direction. It is going in this direction. It is going in this direction. So direction every time it is changing. So there is no any particular direction. So distance, when you are writing distance, the length of the path traveled by a body, that is called distance. So distance, SI unit is meter. SI unit is meter. And dimensional formula, we know this and all. Dimensional formula, L power 1. It is a scalar. It is not completed, okay? Distance, I didn't complete that. Just I have given information about distance. Distance means length of the path traveled by a body. Did you write, everyone?
Yes.
This is the perfect notes. When you are reading, no need to read more than this. Each and every point, every small point I will give. So whichever the book if you refer, same things will be there. Okay, let's see. What is distance?
The actual
The
path
total
traveled
length
by
of the
a
path
total
traveled
length
by
of
a
Okay.
body.
So, and SI unit? Meter.
meters.
Dimension?
Meter.
L1.
L1.
It is a scalar or vector? Means
Scalar.
it is a scalar because there is a magnitude but no direction. Okay. Now see, displacement. Displacement.
The shortest path traveled by a body.
Yeah, the shortest distance.
Straight line distance.
Yeah, we have to say the shortest distance between, if you take it is initial point and it is final point, the shortest distance between initial position to final position, shortest distance, the shortest distance between initial position and final position is called displacement. Shortest distance, there is no one more shortest distance between these two, it is only shortest. Is there any shortest distance? Is there any shortest path? No, it is only possible shortest short path. Now see, if I write A, it is B. So this total, when you are going along this, it is nothing but distance. But if you come from here to here, it is initial. If it is final, it is only shortest path. This shortest path is called displacement. Remaining term is nothing but distance. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
So what is the displacement?
So the shortest
Distance between the initial and the final point.
Okay, so let's see. It is a SI unit is meter. Dimensional formula is L1, and scalar or vector, it is a vector. Now see, what is the relation between distance and displacement? Let's see. Relation between distance and displacement. Distance and displacement. Let's see. Distance. Distance is always greater than or equal to displacement. Distance, it is not possible to become smaller than the, sorry, distance, it is not possible to become smaller than the displacement. There is a possibility, that is distance is equal to displacement. There is a possibility. Or distance is always more or greater than the displacement. Distance, it is not possible to become smaller than displacement, whatever the condition is, whatever the situation it is. This is the relation between distance and displacement.
Sir, could you repeat again?
Yes. Distance, it is not possible to become smaller than the displacement. Highly impossible. Highly not. It is not possible. Distance, displacement. If I write like this, that means displacement is more, distance is less. It is not possible. Beyond our imagination. It is also same. But distance and displacement can be equal. That is what I given equal. Or distance is always greater than displacement. No doubt in that. Okay. Our doubt is when these two are equal. When these two are equal, suppose when a particle is moving in the straight line. If a particle is moving in the straight line, I didn't give any direction here. I didn't mention any direction. So what is the distance between A and B? If I ask you, suppose it is 2 meters. What is the distance between A and B?
2 meters.
2 meters. What is the displacement if I ask?
2 only.
2 only. And sir, how can we say it is a displacement? Displacement is a vector. It is a straight line. So we can say one of the person went in this side. Like when a person is moving in the straight line, if I don't mention any direction, that is distance. If I mention direction or north or south, then it is a displacement. There, distance and displacement both are same in the magnitudes. Okay. So there is a possible, that is distance and displacements are equal when a particle is moving in the straight line, that you should remember. Otherwise, except that case, remaining all cases, distance only greater than displacement. Am I clear?
Sir.
Bhargav.
Sir, this might be a silly doubt. So, if the distance between a point A and B is 20 kilometers.
1 minute, 1 minute. 20 kilometers.
So then it takes 20 kilometers to reach point A, from A to B. So then how will it, the distance, displacement will be shortest length, sir. So how can distance and displacement be equal?
Yeah. Shortest length, shortest distance means A to B, there should not be one more path. What is the meaning of shortest? There should not be any one more path smaller than that path. Now it is 20 kilometers. Okay. It is only shortest path. There is no one more path to say that 19 kilometers or 18 kilometers. What is the path? We can't draw like this. If we draw, it is more than that. And we can't draw like this. It is also more than that. So there is no one more path. So we have to imagine like that. So shortest distance means, that means one more path we can't draw smaller than that path. That is what shortest path. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. We should not. Now tell me from here to, if I write here, where is the shortest path? From here to here, direct straight line only. There is no one more path. You should not draw from here to here. Why? Because it is initial position. It is final position. So always you should draw line from initial to final only. You should not draw from any other point. Okay. That is the shortest path. Is it clear what is the shortest path, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Shortest path means whatever the path is there, more than that path, less path should not be there. Okay. It should not be possible. Let's see now. Tell me what is the distance between these 2 points, A and B.
10.
Sorry, A and D.
10 meters.
Sir, 6 meters.
What I asked?
So 10 meters distance.
10 meters distance.
10 meters
Displacement?
distance. 6 meters.
Displacement means
meters.
here.
This is displacement.
That's what it is. Okay, na?
Yes, sir.
Now tell me. Feel like it is a half circle, okay? Find distance. Find distance.
Pi r.
2 pi.
Distance is pi r. Distance means
Pi
distance
r.
only, right?
So displacement is 2r.
2r.
Yeah.
Yes,
Two
sir.
r.
Displacement 2r.
So distance is pi r. Displacement is 2r. Displacement means shortest distance, right? Let's see. Find distance and displacement.
Distance is
The distance
4.
is 4.
Distance is
And,
4.
Plus root 2.
Displacement is 2 root 2.
2
2
root.
root 2, right?
Yes, sir.
Find distance and displacement.
So what's the value of the last
Of
line?
yeah, the
Sir,
last line.
distance
Yeah.
is greater than distance is greater than 8.
8.
Distance is greater than 8.
So
Distance
Sir,
is
if we
9
join
consider
AB, sir.
B-
AB.
Sir, if we consider B to be halfway there,
To be
then
1
meters. 9
meter.
meter.
there
Now,
will be 9, sir.
Distance is 9. Displacement.
Displacement.
So root 17.
So yeah,
Root 17.
Root 20.
Sir, 5. Answer is 5.
Is
so
it?
the perpendicular is 2 meters.
Yes. If it is 2, it is 1.
1.
So it
So
will
it's
be
5, sir.
root 5, right?
sir.
Root 5. Root
Root
5.
5.
Root 5.
Right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Now see. So distance and displacement, when they have given the small sums, they can give like that. Now speed. Now speed. So we know distance, we know displacement. Okay. Now speed. What is speed?
So the distance covered in a unit time or interval of time.
Okay. So distance covered by a body in a given time is called speed, right? Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
SI unit.
Kilometer per
second.
hour.
Meter per
Meter per
second.
Second or
Meter per
kilometer.
second.
Per second.
Okay. We should not write kilometer per hour or anything, centimeter per second, something we should not write. Mostly you have to write in the meter per second only. MKS units, SI units. Why we have to write only SI units? We know throughout the world we are using SI units. That's why whenever they are asking anything, first it is better to write in the SI units. Anything that is. If they ask convert in CGS, convert in CGS, or any other system you can convert. But mostly write in the SI unit. Okay. Now see. Dimensional formula.
LT minus 1.
LT minus.
T power minus 1. Scalar or vector?
Scalar.
Scalar.
Because it depending on what? Displacement, right? Sorry, distance, right?
Distance.
Distance.
Now see. Speed. Types of speed. Types of speed. One is uniform speed. Second, can you tell?
Non-uniform speed.
Non-uniform. Next.
So average speed.
Instantaneous speed.
Instantaneous speed.
Tell me what is uniform speed. Next class we can solve problems. Directly we can go to problems. Some of
So
the things I will
equal
tell you.
distance or an equal
Object
interval.
covers equal distance in equal
In
intervals
equal
of
interval
time.
of time.
Sir,
Right?
can I
Tell
say,
me
sir,
non-uniform speed.
Sir, uniform speed, if we take any time interval, the ratio of distance to time should be same.
Unequal distance and unequal interval of time.
One more definition. Unequal distance and equal intervals of time. One more distance.
Unequal distance in equal intervals
Equal
of
distance.
time.
Yeah, sorry. In
Equal
equal
time,
distance. Yeah.
One more
equal
definition.
interval of time.
Unequal distance and unequal intervals of time.
There are three definitions we can write, right? Equal distances, unequal times. Unequal times, equal distances. Okay, equal distances, unequal times. Unequal distances, equal time, or both are unequal, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Average speed.
Total distance by total time.
Total by total.
See, mostly whatever the problem you are going to solve, that mostly depending on average speed. Now, mostly we will solve everything basing on the average speed. So many questions we will solve basing on average speed. It is for just for definition. It is also for just for definition. Very important. Tell me what is instantaneous speed.
This
So the
distance
speed
covered in
of
a
an
very short period of time.
Particular interval.
So
Ah.
speed covered in a particular instant of time.
Speed of a particle at a particular place, or speed of a particular speed of a particle at particular instant, or speed of a particle at particular time, whatever it may be. That is called instantaneous speed. You know that average speed equal to delta S. Speed we can write delta V. If I don't write V bar, until that it is speed only. Delta V by delta T is nothing but V average. V means, don't say it is velocity, okay? If I don't mention arrow mark, so it is scalar. So that is the average speed. Instantaneous speed, what I have to do? Instantaneous speed we can write V instant equal to limit delta T tends to 0, delta V by delta T equal to dV by dt. Do you know what does it mean?
Sir, as
Yes.
So
of time approaches zero,
velocity.
The
Sir,
time.
What, Prashant?
Sir, the finally I've written dv by dt. No, sir.
Hmm.
It's nothing but I think it's like differentiation of velocity with respect to time.
Velocity not.
I meant speed
Speed.
actually.
Speeds.
Yes. Again, now we got to know everything information about speed and velocity. So, like what is a scalar and what is vector. Now you should not say that is velocity until I write any arrow mark, or if I mention velocity, then it is the velocity. Are understanding? If I write velocity, if I write here V, then it is a vector quantity, so velocity is V. Then in the same place, I can write speed. Speed V. So it is speed. Now this letter is belongs to speed. If I write velocity, then this letter is belongs to velocity. But if I write speed, and if I write like this, it is correct?
No.
No, it's not correct because it is representing vector. It is scalar, so not possible. It is correct now. Okay. Even velocity I can write like this. So see
Sure.
the symbols. Tell me.
Can you repeat average speed definition once?
Average speed. Total distance traveled by a body in a total time taken. The ratio of total distance traveled by a body to total time taken. Total distance. Sorry that. Right? Distance, right?
Yes, sir.
The total
Yeah.
distance is represented by delta
S.
S. Okay,
Yes.
okay.
Delta. Total distance by total time. That is called average speed. total distance by total time. Here I given limit delta t tends to 0. That means it is not 0. Okay. Delta t tends to 0. That means it is nearly equal to 0 but not 0. The time limit is very small. So how I will explain. When a person is moving with certain speed, suddenly if you ask what is your speed, he will say 20 meter per second or 20 kilometer per hour. Suddenly he will say. That time he don't consider that time, and in a fraction of seconds that speed can change, increase or decrease, or maybe it is constant, whatever it may be. But at a particular time or particular place, what is your speed? That is nothing but instantaneous speed. Now my question, when average speed is it average when average speed and instantaneous speed both are equal? When average speed and instantaneous speed both are equal.
When distance traveled is 0.
Sir, uniform
When the-
motion, sir.
Uniform?
Uniform motion, it is equal.
Here don't say motion. In
Sir,
uniform?
uniform speed.
Yes, correct, over. When a particle is moving with uniform speed, that means 20 meter per second, 20 meter per second, every second 20 meter per second, 20 meter per second. This average if you take, how much will you get?
Same 20 meter per second.
What is instant? At this instant, at this time, how much your speed?
20 meter per second.
At this?
20.
So
Same.
when a particle is moving with uniform speed, there instantaneous speed and average speed both are equal. When a particle is moving with non-uniform speed, when a particle is moving with non-uniform speed, there instantaneous speed and average speed both are different. Did you understand clearly?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Even when I am writing, did you understand? Did you write this? You know, right? No need to write anything. Did you understand what is the delta t tends to 0 means? You should not say that time is going to 0. It's nearly equal to 0, not exactly. The time limit is very small. Can I?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Same. Now tell me, what is the velocity? What is the velocity?
Displacement by time.
Displacement by time.
Displacement covered per unit time.
Okay, displacement
By
by
a body.
time, the ratio of displacement and time, time rate of change of displacement, anything we can say. Okay. So again, can I say one more definition? Can you say for velocity? One more definition.
Covered.
Total displacement by total
Yeah,
time.
displacement.
Change
if you
of
mention-
position of an object
The
with time in a
Yeah.
given direction.
Very nice. Who is that?
So, Harshita.
Nice. See once. That we have discussed about speed definition. Distance traveled by a body in a given time in a particular direction. Just for the speed definition, if I add direction, that will become velocity. Okay. Clear? Just what is the difference between speed and velocity? Only one thing, that is direction. If you give speed definition, the speed definition, that if we add direction, it will become velocity. Now tell me, how many types of velocities are there?
Same as that to speed.
4.
Okay, same. Okay, average velocity, instantaneous velocity, uniform velocity, non-uniform velocity, same things. Okay, only definitions. Just if we add speed
Sir.
definitions, if you know. Tell me, ma. Tashan, tell me.
Sir, can you repeat the definition of velocity?
Yeah, the distance traveled by a body in a given time in particular direction, or displacement covered by a body in a given time. Anything. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Now one problem for you. Okay. So this problem, it makes you to do problems very easily. So one of the concept you can understand from this problem now. Let's see. Write the problem. Right. A body is traveling between two positions. A body traveling between two positions. Okay. First half of the distance. First half of the distance. First half of the distance with the speed v1 and second half of the distance with the speed v2. Then find average speed. Then find average speed.
Sir.
Is it 2v1 v2?
Yes, sir.
Tell me, what is that?
2v1 v2.
No.
Sir, if we consider normal situation, we can consider instead of saying half, we consider some distance v1, some distance v2. Observations 2. Average will be v1 plus v2 by 2.
Is it? I know you will say the same thing. Here they have given first half. First half means here time is distance half.
T by 2.
T by 2.
v1 by 2.
Yeah, let's see. It is the distance, right? A. It is the B, right? Half, right? D by 2, right? D by 2, right? It is V1, right? V2, right? So here distances they given, time they didn't give. But if you want to find out average speed equal to total distance, you should write average speed. V average equal to total distance by total time. This is what? Formula. Here time not given. Something information they given. Time they didn't give. Now total distance how much? You will say total distance equal to D, sir. D by 2 plus D by 2. So D, sir. Then what is the total time? How much time here?
T1 plus T2.
Yes, total time is T1 plus T2. Now tell me what is T1 and what is T2?
D2 by V1.
Time formula?
Distance
by
velocity.
V1 by 2.
So D by 2 V1.
Yeah.
So D V average equal to total distance is D by total time. T1 is nothing but D by 2 V1 plus D by 2 V2. Am I clear? Right? T1 is D by 2 V1. T2 is D by 2 V2. Clear?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Now take it LCM.
Excuse me, sir. Will we get 2 V1 V2 by V1 plus V2?
Yes.
Yeah, D1 V1 V2 by V1 plus V2.
Yes. Why? Because now remember, if any body is moving, when they have given half of the distance is this speed, half of the distance with this speed, find out average speed means you have to remember only this formula. Here what they have given, half of distances they given. Clearly understand. Each and every application you will get in the type of formula. But now clearly understand, half of the distance is with speed, half of the distance. When you are reading any problem, whatever the problem, half of the distance with some speed, half of the distance with another speed. Average speed means 2 V1 V2 by V1 plus V2. Means if you solve, you will get this. That is V average. It is not a velocity, it is speed. If I write V bar, that is the velocity I am telling you. Remember. Clear? So whatever the sum, when you are reading sum, in that sum, half of the distance with this speed, half of the distance with this speed. So find out V average, then you can find out.
Yes, sir.
Clear?
Yes, sir.
Now one more formula. Sorry, one more question. Just try to solve this. What you will get? Let me. Asmi?
Yes, sir.
Clear?
Yes, sir. Sir, so this formula which we have got,
yes,
without any derivation, we
no
can
need,
just apply
without
this.
any derivation. When you are reading that problem, that is half of the distance with some speed, half of the distance some speed, that's all, over. You should give that formula, you will get answer.
So what if the condition changes, so the formula will also change, right?
That's what I'm going to say, right?
Okay, okay.
Conditions also I will change now. Let's see. For this, what will you get? Now tell me, a body is traveling between 2 points A comma B. If travels from A to B with V1 speed and then B to A with V2 speed, then calculate average speed. Now tell me.
Sir, won't it be the same if we're taking speed, like scalar quantities?
Speed is scalar, right? Yeah,
Yes,
speed.
sir.
We
So
are
it'll be
calculating speed.
because same distance.
Is it
It's
everyone?
traveling.
Asmi,
Sir,
Risha,
Yes.
time.
Nagbhushnam.
So what's the question?
Sir, if we
Like,
can
what are you asking? What are you asking?
Average speed. Find out, calculate average speed.
Sir,
Nagbhushnam.
if we think of the question, it's same as the first type, sir. If we create an image over the other side, it'll be the same.
A to B, right? D distance. Speed is V1 and B to A also D distance with. So here distances are equal. Before also distances are equal only. Half of the distance, half of the distance. Speeds are different. Distances are equal. Speeds are different. V average is equal to 2V1 V2 by V1 plus V2. Ananya?
Yes, sir.
Any doubt?
No, sir. No, sir. Got it.
No doubt, right?
No, sir.
Everyone? Clear?
Yes, sir.
When the distances are equal, speeds are different immediately. No need to say anything. Seventh, third. A body traveling between two positions with speed V1 for time T1 and then with speed V2 for time T2. Find average speed. Find average speed. A body is traveling between 2 points or 2 positions with speed v1 for some time, t1 time, v1
Sir.
speed. Yeah.
Yeah,
Sir,
we don't have
T1
distance.
plus v2 t2 by t1 plus t2.
What is that?
It will
So
be v1 t1 plus v2 t2 by v1 t1
Yes.
plus t2.
Yeah, who is that? Yeah, correct. It is correct.
Sir, I wanted to say one thing.
No, tell me, ma.
Here we have not been given the distance. So we
Yes.
have to calculate in terms of velocity and time. So
Yes.
we will get what he's saying.
Yes, yes, yes. Here, what they didn't give, they didn't give distance. So distance, if you want to find out, so see once between 2 points, A to B. Sometime T1 time V1 speed. So something it covered. T2 time V2 speed. Something it will cover. Not only exactly something which is more, which is big, whatever it may be. So it is the distance in the first time. It is the distance covered by the second time. So average speed means V average total distance. Total distance is V1 T1 plus V2 T2 by total distance by total time taken, right? So T1 plus T2. Clear? Hello, everyone. Sri Lakshmi?
Yes.
Yes,
Sri
sir.
Understand, ma?
Yes, sir.
See, our concentration is only one thing. Just average speed when they are asking. Total distance, total time. That is only. Total distance. When they have given velocity and time, we know distance formula. Actually, sorry, speed. Speed equal to speed. S equal to speed S or V, whatever you want. V equal to distance by time. So from this distance equal to speed into time. So time equal to distance by speed. So any formula we know. Any formula we can use. So what we have to remember, only one concept. When they are asking average speed, only one thing, that is so total distance by total time. If we know that, and distance, they didn't give distance. So what we have to do? Distance, if they don't give, relation is there. Distance equal to speed into time. So speed, sum of that time is T1, sum of the time V1 speed, sum of the time V2 speed. So time and speed, if we know the distance. So distance by time. Formula is only one. Average only, everything. Average speed, if you want to calculate, total distance by total time. Distance fine, time fine. Then you will get answer. Okay. Is it clear? Risha?
yes, sir.
Is it clear?
Yes, sir. It's
Or
clear.
any doubt?
No doubt, sir.
Asmi?
Yes, sir.
Is it clear or any doubt?
Yes, sir. No, no doubt.
Average speed, that's all. Total distance by total time. In the question itself, they will give how much speed or how much distance, how much time. If they don't give time and distance, something they will give information. Based on that, we have to do. Next, number 4. A body traveling between two positions. Travels first half of the time. Speed half of the time with the speed v1 and next half of the time with the speed v2 Then find average speed. Again, average speed. Again here. Again, one more. A body is traveling between two positions, travels first half of the time. First half of the time. Remember, read here problem how you are reading. It looks like that. If you read properly, then only you can understand problem. First half of the time.
So V1 plus V2 by 2.
Yes, sir.
So when
Because,
times
sir,
are half, yes, when the times are half, okay, speeds are different. This formula you have to use. Times are half, okay. Times are half, distances are, sorry, speeds are different. You have to use this formula. Clear?
Sir, reason behind is, sir. Hello,
Tell
sir.
me. Prashant, can't hear you. Tell me, Prashant. No.
Reason behind this is that the time covered is total time is t. So t1 will be t by 2 and
T by
t2 will
2.
also be
T2 will be T by 2. First half of the time, half. Time is half. First, what is the first case? Distances are half or distances are equal. Speeds are different. That formula. If times are half, speeds are different. This formula. Clear?
Clear, sir.
No doubt, right?
No, sir.
Girls.
No doubt, sir.
Vaishnavi.
Yes, sir.
No doubt, ma?
No, sir, I understood.
Yeah. When times are half, speeds are different. Find out average speed. This is the formula. When distances are equal or half of, if speeds are different, 2v1 v2 by v1 plus v2. One more. Number 5. A body is traveling between two positions. Between two positions, travels for the time interval, time intervals, t1, t2, t3, and so on, tn, with speeds v1, v2, v3, and so on, vn. Find V average.
What have you written after positions in the first line?
Travels. A body is traveling between two positions. Okay, between two positions it is traveling. Travels for the time intervals t1, t2, t3, and so on, tn, with the speeds v1, v2, v3, and so on, vn. Find V average, means speed average.
Sir, is it v1 t1 plus v2 t2 dot vn tn by sum of all time intervals?
V average equal to v1 t1 plus v2 t2 plus v3 t3 plus and so on, vn plus Tn by T1 plus T2 plus 3T and so on plus Tn, right?
Yes, sir.
Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. One more.
So what if speed is constant?
Speed is constant means average speed
Then
is
it will be V only, sir.
just V. That's all. Over.
Oh yes, I thought so.
Average speed, instantaneous speed, and when a body is in uniform motion, instantaneous speed and average speed both are same, no? So it will become V itself. Easily we can find. That time they won't ask even any question. There is no question there. One more. Last and final one. So here nothing is there. What you have to remember, V average equal to total distance. Distance formula, when they have given velocity and time, that is only distance formula. Total distance by total times. No confusion in that. One more sum. A body is traveling. 6. A body is traveling. A body is traveling between two positions. The total distance divided is total distance is divided into n equal parts. N equal parts. These parts are traveled. These parts are traveled with speed v1 plus v2 plus sorry and so on vn.
So
then
will it be same as the last question?
Then we average. Tell me.
So it will be same as the last.
Why
question.
last is time
No,
they have
sir.
given, no? Last one is time they given. Here no time, no? A body is traveling between the two positions they have given.
So we'll write it as S1, S2, S1 plus S2 plus S3.
Sir,
And so
the
on.
answer n v1 v2 dot vn by sum of all v.
Yes. So total distance, how many parts? N parts, right? So time, if you want, just time they didn't give. Time formula, what will you write here? N by v1 plus v2 plus v3 and so on vn, right? N is the distance, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So it is nothing but average speed. v1, v2, v3. So time
Yes,
they
sir.
have.
Yes, sir.
So we can write time here, time equal to n by, means distance by average speed. Can we write like this? Hey, come on,
Yes,
ma.
Average speed or total speed?
Average speed or total speed? Total speed, not average speed. What we are calculating? V average, right? V average is equal to total
So you
distance
have
by.
replaced.
I have a
You have
doubt.
replaced V1 plus V2 plus V3 with average speed, right?
Yes.
so it has to be total speed because you're not dividing by n.
Exactly, sir.
No,
Exactly.
no. What we have to do? Let's see. We have now time. If I want to calculate n by average speed, right?
Sir, I have a doubt.
And tell me, ma.
Sir, you have written it's n equal parts. So if it's 2 equal parts, you cannot write 2 by average speed, right?
Yes. So what we have to
So
write
it should
here?
be
V1,
n
1 by V1 plus 1 by V2. Can we write now?
Yeah, you can write like that.
Plus and so on. Plus 1 by
Yeah.
Vn. So time distance by average speed, right?
So how is
Total
it average
speed,
speed? That's
sir,
only
total
speed,
speed.
no. That's
The
total
average
Yes,
speed.
is what
it's-
total distance by total time. But here we are only adding this velocity.
Okay.
speed
Tell
present
me.
there.
Yeah.
No.
Tell me, Prashant.
But what is the definition of average speed?
Average speed
Total
definition
distance
what?
by total time. That is total
average
speed
speed
only.
equal to average speed equal to total distance by total time, right?
It should be n by v1 plus n by v2 plus n by v3, right? It's n equal parts, so it should be. Am I wrong?
N equal parts, right? So n I
But,
written n into 1. N equal parts, so n I have written by average speed. So time equal to n by average, right? How many? What is the distance?
Sir,
N
n
equal
equal
parts.
parts means each part is 1.
Yes.
Sir, how do you know each part is 1, sir?
Let us consider n equal parts. Equal parts only, right?
Yeah, but we don't know.
1, 1, 1, 1, n into 1. N equal parts. Each and every part, if you take 1, 1, 1, n into 1.
Also, you can take n common. And then like
n
1
common
by
and
V1,
then
1 by
into
V2.
Sir, shouldn't
by
it be
V1 by
n by v1 plus n by
n
v2?
by v1 plus, huh? No.
Yeah, because.
Okay. Total distance divide into n equal parts, right?
Sir.
Tell me.
Sir.
S1, S2, S3.
Sir.
Tell me,
I
ma.
just disconnected. Just happened.
Right? Total a body is traveling between two
I wrote the
positions.
question after that.
See, how to calculate average speed? Average speed, what will you calculate now?
distance by total
by
time.
total
So V average equal to total distance. Tell me what is the total distance?
V1 T1 plus V1 V2.
Why? T they didn't give, no? Time they didn't give.
T
Total
will-
distance.
N is the total distance.
Total
Or
distance
N
is n.
into whatever.
N into, yeah.
Okay? N.
Sir, we cannot say n is the total distance. No, n
So-
is
Yes,
like a
sir.
number like
Can we
2
say
or 3
S1
or 4.
plus S2 plus and so on plus
yeah,
Sn
N.
Yeah,
by
Oh, SN, yeah.
T1 plus.
T1 means how much here?
S1 by V1.
S1 by V1 plus S2 by V2 plus and so on plus Sn by Vn, right?
Yeah.
Calculate. So total distance by total time. It's correct only, right? So if they have given any parts, we can substitute. Hello? This is correct. You can write. So like that, when they have given any parts, you can substitute. I can, if you want to, you can calculate.
Sir, general formula is, sir, it is it is like.
How much we'll get? V1, V2, V3
Sir.
and so on.
So we can term that distance, total distance, like you have told equal parts. So why can't we term there in AP? They have a common difference.
Sir.
Yes, common
one-
difference.
Sir,
Using that, can't we get it?
Yes,
see me
yes.
after it, sir. Sir, S1, S2, S3, dot, dot, dot. All are equal only, no, sir.
Yes, equal.
So we can write NS instead of writing S1.
That's what NS. So yes, I took as a 1 now. Why? Because everything is 1 part. So NS by
NS by S you take common.
1 by V1 plus 1 by V2 plus.
Sir, no, sir. Like that it won't be, sir. It is S1 by V1. It is nothing but S by N V1.
No.
Yes, sir. Correct.
Sn.
So,
Sn.
yes, sir.
Vn.
Yes, sir. Because it's same for all intervals, right? So so S and S will get cancelled. So it will be N by sigma 1 by V N.
Okay. No problem. We can write like that, right? NS will get cancelled. So 1 by Vn, right? 1 by
Sir,
Vn.
I didn't understand.
Sir,
Like
N
the
by
denominator part.
sigma 1
So
by
denominator, V1,
Yeah,
V2, V3
yeah.
and so on Vn, right? So it's
Sir, explain the whole thing, sir.
see, denominator is V1, V2, V3 like that is not all there, sir. So how much it will come? Vn only, no?
Yeah,
What is
but
Vn?
how did you get Sn? You'll get S1, V2, something like that, right?
So it will
No,
become,
will
like
not we get
LCM.
cancelled?
no, it will get cancelled again.
S1 is.
Yeah, I didn't understand.
Yeah.
It should be V
By
something.
taking the
also.
LCM, it would be different.
Sir,
Yeah, LCM is different. Once
Sir,
if we take
yes,
LCM, what
one-
she is asking, if you take LCM, then V1 will get cancelled. So one more thing will be there.
How
like that
will
she's asking.
V1 so how will it get cancelled?
sir, sir, we can, sir, S1, S2, S3, dot, all are same.
Yes. So
Just
Sn.
they are the N part. So
Yes.
it's yes. Consider just yes.
Yes, not N, because N parts, right?
Yes, sir. Just consider the part is yes.
Okay. Do this, sir. Do
Sir,
this.
we can cancel numerator and denominator. Yes, no, sir. So it will be N
by
1 by 1 over Vn plus 1 over V2 plus 1.
That's what I did. N
And we
1
can
by
write it as
V1 plus 1 by V2 plus and so on. 1 by Vn I written.
yes, sir. This is the denominator of N, sir.
N by N.
Yes, sir.
Sir, could you explain this tomorrow? Like
Yes, I
once
will
more?
explain. Okay, na? See in the because sir is waiting.